Greetings, Warrior fans. I'm Sports Information Director Mike Stetson. I want to thank you for joining us for another edition of the Warrior Weekly Show. This week we're talking volleyball. The Warriors are on a roll. They are 2-0 in conference play heading into the weekend, tied for first place. So we sit down with senior Savanna Cordle, talk about how her senior year is going, the excitement of being in first place, and the success the team's having. We also chat with her about what the future holds for this Warrior middle blocker. Now it's time for the Warrior Weekly Show. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, fans, to this week's edition of the show. Today we are joined by senior volleyball player Savanna Cordle. Savannah, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's talk a little bit about this being your senior season. The team's 8-6, first place in the conference. It has to be fun on your senior year to be having the season you guys are having.
Yeah, it's awesome to see our hard work from practices in this season, spring season, paying off, all the time in the weight room paying off, and really coming together as a team our senior season.
Your fourth year with the team, there's been the bumps the last couple years. Did you see this coming? Did you know that this team had the ability to be where you're at right now?
I think our freshmen have really come in and they have a ton of talent and they have not missed a beat. So it's awesome to have freshmen to seniors playing on the court and being one cohesive unit. And I mean, we've gone through growing pains, but we as a program I think are off to a great start.
You guys, you go on the road, you start 4-0. How much did that change the entire season and build your confidence?
I think confidence is huge for us as a team in the volleyball program. We see that we can beat good teams when we're away and when we're home. And I'm just super excited to be home this week and see what the rest of the season has for us.
We'll remind you fans, Wednesday, tomorrow night, the ladies are at home against Bethany Lutheran, and then a pair of conference matches on Saturday against Presentation Friday night, and then Saturday at 1 o'clock against Mayville State, so be sure to come out for those. Talk a little bit about your playing career. What brought you to Waldorf? Why did you choose this place?
I didn't really think playing college volleyball was an option for me until I started getting recruited my senior year of high school, and I just fell in love with campus as soon as I stepped on foot. Everyone was so nice, and it felt like this is somewhere I could really see myself being at home. I come from a really small town, so this is just like home, and it's been such a great experience being here all 4 years.
You were saying Waltham, Minnesota, or Waltham, Waltham?
Yeah.
Minnesota. You were saying 200 people, something like that?
Yeah, the hometown that I actually grew up in has maybe 200 people, but then we travel like 5 miles to the school. So there's like six cities or towns, whatever you want to call them, that actually go to the one school.
So 4 cities, the raging metropolis for you.
Yes, there's a lot more to do here than my hometown.
Talk a little bit about growing up. Did you always play volleyball? What got you started?
Yeah, I think I started volleyball in 5th grade. That was when you could start volleyball at Hayfield High School. It was elementary, I guess, 5th grade. But I love being in sports. I was in basketball and track in high school, so it just made sense to be in volleyball in the fall.
You said you didn't expect to play college volleyball. Did you think maybe I'd play basketball or do track, or did you have any expectations at all?
No, I didn't really think about playing in college at all. I didn't think that was an option for me. I mean, there were good people at my high school that didn't get recruited to play somewhere, so I was like, okay, if they're this great and they're someone I look up to a lot and they didn't get to play, I was like, okay, I'll set my expectations a little
Tell me, was volleyball always the sport? You said you played a couple other sports. Was volleyball always the passion?
No, I fell in love with basketball, and that was my first love of sports. And then as I got older, volleyball really became my favorite just because it's really team focused and had a lot of energy, and I just have a lot of fun playing and being with my teammates.
Talk about team focus, so we're going to switch gears and talk about the individual records. Single season record for blocks. Your name is listed up and down the record book for blocks in matches, blocks for careers. I mean, there's a potential that you could hold the record for blocks in a career somewhere over a little like 203 or something like that. Are you excited about the way you're going to leave your mark on the record book and on the program in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I actually just found out a couple weeks ago that I broke a bunch of the school records last year. So it's super exciting and something that, I mean, isn't a goal in mind, but an awesome opportunity. And I'm just excited that I've been able to leave a mark on the Waldorf University volleyball team.
Blocking it's one of those things in volleyball. I mean, a big kill gets the team up, an ace gets the team up, but blocks happen so rarely in a match. How exciting is that, and what kind of adrenaline rush is it when you get a block?
Oh man, I live for blocks. I mean, as a middle blocker, I know that is my job. I get the blocks, and just so that our defense can have time to set up and we can get the kills that we need to. And blocks can be huge in matches if we're just getting pounded. I mean, a block can change it around and really build the confidence of the team. So, I mean, it's just awesome being able to support my team in that way.
And be in the middle, you often get that quick set in the middle, and it seems to always work. How come we don't see that more often?
Well, a lot of things have to be on to get that perfect set and the perfect smash.
Talk about this weekend. Presentation coming in, and then Mayville State. Just looking at the numbers, Mayville State beat Bellevue, which national power. So it's going to be a huge weekend. I know you're not thinking about Saturday's match. You're just thinking about, well, Wednesday's match. But what do you see from those teams, and how can we expect you guys to do?
Yeah, I mean, Coach is already breaking down film against Bellevue and Mayville, and so she's really great about breaking down film and as a blocker telling me what hitters I really need to key in on, and whether they take line shots or cross shots, and really setting up our block in the right spot. But I mean, I think it's going to be some awesome competition. I think that our team is super pumped and ready to play this weekend after winning 2-0 this past weekend in conference. So I think we're just really excited to get out and compete.
Talk a little bit about this being your senior year. At some point, the career is going to end, I'm sorry to say. Have you thought about that much yet?
I mean, I think about it in the fact that this is my last opportunity to play and be with my teammates. I've been so excited and thankful for the opportunity to play college volleyball. I mean, as soon as I stepped foot on campus, I had friends automatically because of my teammates. So I'm just really thankful for the opportunity to play.
Comm major, I know that takes a lot of time. How do you budget all of that, especially in the fall where you've got classes, you've got extra things you have to do for comm, and still have to be in the weight room and practice, traveling?
Yeah, I'm super busy all the time, but I'm super organized. I'm actually a business major with a comm minor, but I still get to take a lot of the comm classes and do a lot of the work. But it's awesome to learn and be in the comm lab, and they have some really cool equipment that I've been learning this semester. But I am a business management, and so I really like to be organized. I have a planner that I take with me everywhere and write everything down. So it's just being super organized.
Have you thought about what's next? Are you going to go to grad school, or do you have a job in mind?
I'm going to wait to go to grad school, but I'm hopefully going to find a job after graduation. I figured I can focus on that after volleyball season, one step at a time.
What is it that you think you do best out on the court? What is your strongest asset that you bring to your team?
I think we focus a lot on roles on our team, and I view myself as the stabilizer, someone that my teammates can depend on. And I mean, as we've talked about, blocking is kind of my job on the team, and I'm happily accepting that role.
What are you going to miss most when it's all done?
Oh, man, traveling and just being with my team. We do team bonding events and volunteer service as a group, and so I'm going to miss being with them as much as I am.
I appreciate it. I want to remind you fans, this week, Wednesday night, Bethany Lutheran's in town, non-conference match, and then huge games this weekend. Presentation, Friday night at 7, Mayville State, Saturday at 1 o'clock. The ladies are in first place. Let's keep them there. Come out, give them a big, loud crowd to support them as they look to stretch it to it's 4 games, or 4 matches so far win streak.
Yeah.
See if we can get it to 7 and keep it going. Appreciate you joining us, Savannah. Good luck this week, and go Warriors.
Thank you.